For the first time this season, babalik po ang MPBL sa Olivares College Gymnasium here in Parañaque City. We bring you our second of our Saturday triple header. Fortsky Padrigao returns for Zamboanga Sikat, trying to get back on their winning ways. They'll be going up against Rafgo and the struggling Bacolod Mascara. And both of these teams have a chance to go back in the winning column. It's Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines going up against the Bacolod Mascara here at Olivares College in Parañaque City. And it's going to be a very important game as these teams continue to go up the Southern Division. Ano bang inaantay natin? Let's already turn you over to Miguel Curry.
Second game between Zamboanga and Bacolod. This is the 2026 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 8. Live on Solar Sports, Tap Sports, and on YouTube channel. Time to meet our starters. First, for Zamboanga Sikat. Starting at guard number 11, Fort Padrigao. Also at guard number 4, Paengare. At forward number 16, Josh Lazaro. Also at forward number 24, Brandon Wilson. And at center number 18, Inan Fornilos. The head coach for Zamboanga is J.R. Carlos. Assistant coaches Drake Santos, Raymond Chonko, and Joe Tabia. Team manager Martin Go. The team owner is Honorable Congresswoman Kat Chua. Here comes the starting five for Bacolod Mascara. Starting at guard number 24, Miko Laband. Also at guard number 5, Marjan Wahing. Playing center number 11, Harley Ching. Forward number 55, Rafael Go. The other forward number 23, Desmond Price. The head coach for Bacolod is Lenzi Aranzazo. Assistant coaches, Leo Mampusti, Ted Alamares, Aldrich Lopez, Bong Sanggalang, and Abad Narvaez. Team manager Lance San. Team representative is Paul San Jose.
Starting five brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Bacolod will be starting with Miguel Laban, Marjan Wahing, Harley, Brian Ching, Rafgo, Desmond Price, while Zamboanga will be starting with Fortsky Padrigao, Paengare, Inan Fornilos, Brandon Wilson, and Joshua Lazaro.
And Desmond Price moving to Bacolod.
Maybe a second green of Desmond Price in a Bacolod jersey. Kaya babalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League dito sa Olivares College Gymnasium. Home of the Parañaque Patriots. Though today it is going to be neutral grounds. Later on in our main game it is going to be Manila versus Imos here in Parañaque. Of course we want to say maayong gabi sa tanan namong mga viewers. If I said that right.
I love it.
Of course sa ating mga viewers in Zamboanga and in Bacolod. All of our viewers around the country, magandang gabi, maayong gabi. Good evening, if that counts.
Di ba kagagaling mo lang sa Bacolod?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just came from Bacolod just exactly a week ago.
I saw your stories.
Best food.
Oo
Coach
naman.
Mike. Best food.
Sana nagdala ng pasalubong man lang.
Medyo mahirap iuwi ang inasal, Coach. Kay Boss,
Dali mo na lang kami sa Makati.
Kay Boss Del, magpapauwi tayo ng inasal. Yan, so wala tayo sa ating laro. First possession goes to Zamboanga, getting the first two. They've lost their last two ball games and they're trying to go back on a winning track. The first two is good for Inan Fornilos.
And the thing about Zamboanga is, you know, walang pattern, no, na I mean, favorable to them, no? Talagang lalamang, didikit, biglang iiwanan. Yun ang nangyayari sa mga games nila, eh.
But, you know, when you look at the talent, Coach Mike, itong Zamboanga, from top to bottom, is a very talented team.
And let's say, assuming, and I'm just saying worst case, they at the very least land in the play-ins. Kahit pa yung sa dulo sila, number 8, hindi ka nakakasigurado if you're number 1.
Pwede silang makabulag at makasimple.
Correct.
Here they are, Inan Fornilos, 4 straight early for Inan Fornilos.
And I'm sure itong mga records nila very early this season might not, reflect the kind of team that they are, considering yung mga personnel na meron sila. But come the playoffs, these are gonna matter.
6-0. First few minutes. Foul is going to be called on Brandon Wilson. This was a steal of the game. Brought to you by Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker, unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Actually, 2 steals already. One coming from Kortsky, the other coming from Inan Fornilos.
Can you imagine, just in case this does happen and come the playoffs, mag-meet ang Batangas and Zamboanga. That's a good battle defensively. In my opinion, Much as only rated parang 15th best in terms of defensive rating itong Zamboanga. You have to remember, the very early games, the defense was really more focused on the offensive. Pero yung depensa talagang nagbago when the changes mid-season came in.
All 3 good for Marjon. 63 early on.
And I love their offensive sets.
Coach J.R. Carlos, the current head coach of your Zamboanga Sigat. 3 is in and out for Nilos, has been active early on. 6 points in the first minute and 45 for Inan.
And his activity is gonna matter a lot for Zamboanga. Not just for specific games, but in every game that they play. And they've been blitzing each time here near half court. Once that ball gets stopped at that very high slot, you're in trouble.
It is going to be a long night for Desmond Price, as still a few guys are not in uniform para dito sa Bacolod. Eman Galman is still recovering of an injury. Kobe Dalisa is finally back. Ian Milencio has decided to move to Valenzuela. So going to give a lot more opportunities for Desmond Price, but with the guard rotation as deep as Zamboangas, medyo mahabang gabi to para kay Desmond Price.
Oo. Tsaka it really would matter how their guards are gonna perform. And so far, itong si Rafael Go, I think he's played only 3 games so far.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL.
And he started in 3 of them. He's averaged 15.3 points per game, and he's shooting the ball very well at 55%.
3 is in and out. Rebounded by Brandon Wilson. Kortsky looking for an early screen. You go to Inan. He's got 8 early on. 8 of the 10 all coming from Inan.
Alam mo, kanina nakita natin in the game of Gensan when nag-point guard si Josh Fontanilla and they moved over Hesed Gabo to the shooting guard position. If you look at Zamboanga now, this is the same case for Paeng Are and Fortsky Padrigao. You move Paeng Are over to the shooting guard, you know that guy can score. And I feel either way, no? Either Fortsky or Paeng, pareho yan. May makukuha kang puntos dyan.
When you look at the bench, Robin Ronyo is now added to that lineup. Pero panoorin mo natin itong play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL.
2 on the ball, timed it well. That rotate came in, but sobrang lakas lang talaga ng katawan ni Inan Fornilos. Oh my.
3-pointer is good.
Believe it or not, when it's Rafael Go, in the games that he's played, he's shooting 33% from 3. I think that's unheard of. He really has been, for the most part in his playing career, later here in the MPBL, limited to just paint touches.
Complete package on the side of Zamboanga. Itong si Raf Go right now. They have cut the lead down to 3, 10-7. Still in favor of Zamboanga. Coach Mike, this was the last game of Zamboanga where first 2 quarters, relatively okay. Third quarter, umalagwa ang Jensen, pero Zamboanga kumatok ng fourth.
Yeah, laking factor nung rebounding. You see the immediate impact on second chance opportunities. There are -6. And even on the bench points. And clear that is a game that they wish they could take back. Kasi yung dami nilang games na ganun eh. Dikit, biglang iwanan.
Raf Go trying to go back to back.
Oh my
It's good for Rafael Go.
How impressive has he been?
10 all.
Perfect from 3 is Rafael Go. And Raf started out as a big man, but now he's playing more like a stretch. And you love his improvement on that stroke.
This 3-point shot is brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
33% 3-point shooting on average of all the games that he's played. But still beyond that, he is still being used as a secondary scorer. He's not even the primary.
Behind a back pass to Josh Lazaro. Stops, pops, drops for the fresh graduate, Josh Lazaro.
I love Josh Lazaro's demeanor. Always very focused on the game. Minds his space. Understands his coverage. He's not command for the ball, but he's very active. Inat Fornila, strong finish.
10 of the 14 para dito kay Inan Fornilos, all coming off the paint, Coach Mike.
They've only attempted once from the outside, and everything else has been in the paint. They have only missed once, and only because they've set up that paint touch well off a good finish, mostly from Inan Fornilos.
Paingare goes to the bench. Rex Gabat now enters. Desmond Price also subs out.
Subukan na naman lang i-clear dito. And you like that you're using Fortsky that way. Make him the primary decision maker. Josh Lazaro.
Lazaro hustles for that basketball. Fortsky, it's long. 4 versus 1. Dalisay stops, pops off to the left. Inan with the rebound. Kabilang panig tayo. Takbo ang Zamboanga. They go to Inan, who is fouled hard. But he can't give. Nothing allowed. Masyado ka ng marami. Inan Fornilos.
Sorry na nagulat ako sa pasa ni Fortsky. Galing naman talaga.
Ngayon punta muna tayo sa ating courtside. Ms. Daphne Cristobal.
Alam niyo, Juanito and Coach Mike, kung individual talent sa pag-uusapan, head coach J.R. Carlos has no doubt with Zamboanga, but last game was truly a heartbreaker for them. In the past 2 games, it has always been about that second half curse, having a hard time in terms of being consistent and in closing out games. Coach J.R. said every quarter needs to be a grinding game. Hindi pwedeng magaling lang pagdating sa umpisa.
Thank you for that, Daphne. Coach, what can you say about that report that Coach JR putting a little bit more pressure on his team in terms of his team playing better in their next games?
I think tama lang naman. No? Normally, yan ang nakikita mo in their games. Katulad nito, very strong start. Nalamdam mo yung diin ng depensa. They're very efficient in terms of execution. They have really good point guards. They have the right personnel. Kaya nga sinasabi natin, you don't want to meet these guys come the playoffs because this is a deadly group. And imagine, pagdating ng playoffs, I'd like to think nandun na yung chemistry, ika nga ng understanding each one's style of play. And pretty much that's the thing that's gotta develop para dito sa Zamboanga. And you know what? No, nagta-travel kami pa uwi galing sa Mindoro because we rode the same barko pabalik sa Batangas. Coach JR was actually at the back.
MannyPay, the digital wallet built for the community.
He was at the back. Hours after the game, you know what he was doing? He was watching the game on his phone, reviewing what other improvements can be done. He just sat there at the back of the Roro, and he was just alone by himself.
Yan yung mga coach, yung mga pwede nating katabi.
Oo nga.
Na basketball lang ang talagang
Alam mo naman tayo, gusto natin kwento ang basketball.
Oo.
Na-tempt na akong lapitan siya, kaya lang sabi ko, teka muna, kung nanalo to, lalapitan ko si Coach. But I understand, his focus on ano ba yung nagawa namin na pwede pang improve.
Fast break is good for Marjun Wahing. Coach with a lot of losses in terms of talent. Para dito sa Bacolod, Marjun Wahing is now showing up. Rames Quiriola is also not here.
Ay, napaka-importante naman talaga nun. Dahil sabi nga nila, if your primary guy is not available, somebody's gotta step in and then step up.
Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Behind the back, all the way for the lay for Marjun Wahing.
And I think one of the reasons why Coach JR was reviewing that game, because it was a tight game for 2 quarters. Tied in the first, tied in the second, and then the huge separation come the 3rd quarter.
Coach, let's talk about this edition. Otep Gabayni para sa Zamboanga. How are you liking this edition for the Zamboanga Sikat?
But a lot of muscle underneath. I think that's important. No question about Inan Fornilos and B. Will. Those guys can stabilize at the 4, maybe at the 3 at certain points in games. I feel they need help for guys like Turco, Kalisay, and that stability underneath where you have a very stable guy that can actually absorb contact and finish, just like this guy right here.
Brandon Wilson goes all the way, gets the bump, the basket, and the bonus. It's a high-scoring first quarter. Zamboanga just keeps on attacking this defense of Bacolod.
They have been relentless. Everything really starts on the defensive end para sa kanila. Wilson so far, games that he's played, 8.5 points per game, close to 25.
26 years old. Was once part of that, and I haven't watched it, yung Netflix documentary, what's this college, about College U, about this basketball documentary.
Oh, yeah?
You gotta watch it, Coach Mike. Have you watched season 1?
Are we talking about 1-3 Hill or?
No.
No, the basketball thing. No, I haven't seen it yet.
Pang ano yung coach? Pang early 2000s yan.
Yes, of
1-3
course
Hill,
naman. I got hooked. I got hooked with 1-3 Hill. Ano ka ba? You know why? Nanonood ako. Di ba yung unang preview nun yung nagbabasketball? That's why I got hooked. I thought it was a basketball game. Oh, it was a basketball movie.
Ano ba siya, coach? Is it really more of a love, as we see it? Another basket for Desmond Price. Is it really about love? Is it about basketball?
And usual, ganun. A lot of things. But there is a good part about basketball.
Last chance you, coach. That's what I wanted to say. It's another 3 coming from Arthur Kalisay.
Is that on Netflix? Parang ko nakita yan.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Coach, you gotta watch season 1 because I was a fan of season 1. Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to player. Visit www.sportsplus.ph. You will see the passion in college basketball. And coach, medyo nakarelate ako because I'm also a college basketball coach myself. So I really got to connect in some ways. Of course, different systems, different disciplinary acts as well. Pero yung passion, coach, yun ang ma-appreciate mo sa documentary.
I will definitely watch that, but first I have to watch Twist of Fate.
Okay.
After Twist of Fate, I will do Last Chance You, right?
Weeknights on Solar Flix.
8 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes, there you go. Memorize na ni Coach
Yes,
Mike.
sir. What happens?
Yes. Antayin ko na mag-partner kayo ni Boss si Del at ang kwentuhan nyo ay about sa Twist of Fate.
Mukhang lugi tayo kay Boss Edel kasi panonoorin daw niya, narinig ko siya kahapon Pagkakwento nila ni Coach Christian.
7-point lead in favor of Zamboanga in the final minute and 44. Kurt Laktaw-Taw didn't play the last game. A scorer they were looking for. Desmond sees a little opening, straight lining in for Desmond Price. Former player of the Batangas Tanduay Athletics decided that He wanted a little bit more playing time. Now is playing well for Bacolod Mascara.
I was one of those guys that was pretty excited to see Desmond Price for Batangas. But things didn't pan out. You know, you got to find another team where you still can perform.
Dalisay goes to Rafgo.
Good
Trying to
defense.
pressure him up top as he is one of the better three-point shooters for Bacolod. 12 on the shot clock.
And he's getting defended by one of the better defenders so far. I think the best version of John Mahari that I've seen, and I may be wrong, you guys were longer than me here in the MPBL, was when he played for Zamboanga.
Yes.
Diba?
He was one of the mainstays, the 3-and-D guy. Pero pag pressure talaga, well, up to today, John Mahari is still one of the best pressure Ds that we have. Levi Hernandez a little too strong on his first attempt. 2-for-1 situation para sa Bacolod if they want to go for it. Go corner, Ting drives, step through, left hand will be fouled. 2 free throws para kay Ting.
Well, you have some good shooters, or scorers rather, here on the floor for Bacolod. You've got Kurt Lactautau, Dalisa is pretty good, Rafael Go, and even Desmond Price.
Shot the Ting, 2 free throws, gets the first. Bacolod really battling it out here in the first quarter. They've allowed 26, but the offense of Bacolod has been challenging it as well. 22 points on the side of Bacolod.
I think so far a homegrown, close to 7 minutes per game, roughly about a rebound or so. Very limited minutes for Ting.
Are, dito kay Otep, wide open for the jumper. A little too strong. Jetro Ting with the rebound. They go to Rafgo. He'll play point forward. They go to Desmond Price. He likes situations like this. Switch by Levy. Kurt Lactautau, 4 seconds. Do they know it? Kobe Dalizay, he sees the clock. Attacks, defended well, and Mike Are will force a turnover to end the quarter. And that will end it 26-22. Only a 4-point lead in favor of Zamboanga.
And boy, Inan Fornilos has been impressive in this quarter only because he moves weak side of the ball, and once he catches it, he knows what to do. You know, even playing the passing lanes, many times that he's got in the middle of the paint, he normally will score.
12 points already for Inan Fornilos here in the ball game, the leading scorer in both of the teams. 12 of the 26 coming from Inan. Lamang ng 4 ang Zamboanga entering the second quarter.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao,
Steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That man's gonna even up the game. 9 in the final of the game. Can they make magic? Wipeout wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Coaches, was the last game of Bacolod against Pasay. Kulang-kulang. Rames Quiriola was not there. Kobe Dalizay was not there. So it's been a struggle for Bacolod.
Yeah, really getting outplayed in that game against Pasay.
Ngayon, punta muna tayo sa ating courtside, Ms. Daphne.
You know what, Manito and Coach Mike, kung galing sa heartbreaker ang Zamboanga, head coach Renzi Ranzazo stressed out, kami para namang napilay. Of course, Ian Melencio was a tough loss for the team, but more than just the scoring machine, it is his leadership gone missing that up to this day, Coach Renzi doesn't know where to find. Bacolod is a young team, therefore Coach Renzi is trying to focus on how they can shine individually to be recognized by the teams in the future. Juanito, Coach Mike.
Thank you for that, Coach. Masakit-sakit ang pagkawala nitong si Ian Melencio, who was their lead guy. As you were saying, he was even part of the MVP conversation with the numbers he has been showing here this season. Yesterday, he helped Valenzuela get a win, pero sa kabilang panig, medyo naghaharap naman ng leadership netong Bacolod.
And then, tsaka mahirap pantayan yung nawala na yun kay Ian Melencio because really for the most part, he was the primary scorer for Bacolod. You'd like to think more facilitating itong si Ian Melencio, but he was really the guy who tried to find a way for them to score. He might have struggled from 3, but overall his field goal percentage is pretty much decent, no? Considering the number of attempts that he takes.
And then Eman Galman also, who is still recovering from an ankle injury. It was averaging 11.5 points a ball game. So, dami nawawala in terms of that guard power of Bacolod, which they heavily relied on early in the season. But here, you gotta credit this unit by Bacolod. They're battling it out. They're only down by 6.
At saka si Ian Melencio, isa na yan sa mga tatlong players natin na nag-triple-double this season, no? In that game against Negros, he had 14, 14, and 15 on a 50% shooting. And he played a huge number of minutes, parang 37 minutes yata yung nilaro niya in that game.
Coach, look at this 5 of Zamboanga. It's a tall and versatile 5. You're talking about Fortsky at the point, then Wilson, Fornilos, Lazaro, and Levy Hernandez, all switchable from 2 to 5.
Scoring-wise, I don't think there is going to be a challenge with these 5 on the floor. I mean, Josh can do his thing inside the paint.
Extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
And no question, alam mo naman kung anong kakayanan ni Levy Hernandez. I think yung magiging, something to look forward to and to see is how will defensively these scorers actually perform. Offensive end, walang problema yan. Lalaban at gagalaw yan. Pero on the defensive side, how long can they sustain and stay active trying to get stops?
Brandon Wilson gets his 4th point and 3rd rebound of the ball game by that offensive rebound. Levy trying to pressure Marjon. Marjon with the left, he has been going through with that left hand, and he gets a foul off of Levy.
I like how Levy Hernandez actually defended that way. He just stuck with him, stayed attached, even on a downhill, challenged that shot. He might have gotten that foul, but definitely if you're Coach JR, you are appreciating that effort by the sniper de Mexico.
Marjon Wahing in the ball game, already with 7 points, a rebound and an assist. Rafgo with 7 as well. So you like these guys stepping up in lieu of the guys that they lost, in lieu of the injured guys. Marjon Wahing, an up-and-coming guy, pero bintis ang unang free throw para kay Marjon.
Tsaka alam mo, if I'm a player of Bacolod, considering their record, definitely ang long-term goal mo dyan, very least umabot ka sa play-in. But it really depends how they perform in their remaining games. But at the very least, use this as a kind of like a tryout, no? Maybe for other teams to see you. I think, guys like Dalisay, Rafael Go, Wahing, they're gonna get their shots, and even Galman given the opportunity.
Wilson using his muscle, can't get it. Offensive rebound, fouled. Grabe rin tong lakas sa ilalim si Brandon Wilson.
Tatlo pa yung sumabay, ano? Tsaka hindi nagugulo yung buhok.
Whatever wax he is using, we have to try that product.
He's got broad shoulders though.
Ito coach yung laro niya against Jensen. 10 points in the 4th quarter that got them the run. 20 in total, had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, but not really the most steady in terms of his efficiency getting the baskets.
Yeah, and while they were looking for a guy to score, he was really, the guy that stepped up. I don't think that's a question. Yung mga touches niya, he tried to break down the defense. Merong mga close shots na lamintis niya. But he definitely is a guy that's one of the tops when it comes to offensive usage on the floor. And you're also getting, 3 rebounds, I think, with him on the glass.
7 minutes remaining. It's now a 9-point lead in favor of Zamboanga. Marjon, labas dito kay Jethro Ting. 6 on the shot clock. Spin! And lay is too strong for Jethro Ting. Takbo ang Zamboanga. Good recovery coming from Bacolod. They give it to Fortsky. A lot of space. Extra pass. Wilson on the wing. Straight lining in for Brandon Wilson.
Yeah, he's gonna knock that down. No question. Kita mo kaagad sa flow nung pag-receive ng bola as well as pag-set ng tira. Ganda rin kasi ng pasa ni Fortsky.
Yes. Fortsky already with 6 assists in the ball game. Wilson has 9 points in the game. Double digits na itong kalamangan ng Zamboanga. Marjon stops, is blocked by Brandon Wilson. He wanted to run, they give it to Portsky. Decide to go a little slow, ball is tapped. No, it goes to Levy on the corner. Levy gets another 3. 6-0 run. Sinabigla ang kalamangan ng Zamboanga.
I was talking to Levy Hernandez on the way back from Mindoro. He says, when I get my touches, I'm definitely gonna take shots.
Levy Hernandez finally able to get his name on the board. The first 3 for Levy, but more importantly, 15 na ang kalamangan ng Zamboanga Sikat.
Woo! 2 points.
Bravo! 210.
Twist of Fate, Monday to Friday at 8 p.m. Dito lang sa Solarflix.
Don't miss the newest Turkish drama to hit Philippine screens, Twist of Fate, weeknights at 8 o'clock on Solarflix. Solarflix is seen on Sky Channel 16, Signal Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 33, and DDT Channel 21 in Metro Manila.
May Pinoy dub pala niyan. Did I see it right? Parang may Pinoy dub eh.
Yun ang kailangan nating alamin.
Oo.
We have to watch it.
Ano na, hindi tayo marunong mag-Turkish. Diba?
Crowds slowly filling up dito sa ating venue. It is neutral grounds in today's ball game because Parañaque does not have a game. Pero first time natin dito, and coach, you know how crazy it gets here in Olivares when Parañaque has a game.
That's right. And this crowd, in my opinion, is missing that very competitive Parañaque version
Yes.
of a team. This city loves their basketball, actually.
Remember, before we had a lot of games here, especially playoff games. Putback is good for Inan Fornilos. 17 na ang kalamangan season where Coach Mike was the head coach. Jello Razon, Keith Pido, J-Boy Solis. Who else was in that team? Joshua Galliano.
Correct.
Malalim yung team na yun.
John
Kasing
O'Malley.
lalim.
Oh.
Kasing lalim ng tira na yun ni Miko Laban. That's right, John O'Malley.
Jello Razon. There's a lot of them.
Of course, these players are still all in the league. Different teams.
Parang may mini reunion dun sa side ng Bataan. Because you see Barcuma there.
Yes.
You see Josh Galliano there.
John O'Malley.
John
Been
O'Malley.
loaded by Coach Mike Sagigit.
That is right.
They'll add range and shooting on the side of Bataan.
I love that pickup of Bataan ng it's Mickey Corteza, right?
Yes.
That
Corteza
was
is
a
the latest
good
addition.
one. Yeah, that's a good one right there.
Levy, though. Coach, talk about pickups. You have to talk about how good the pickup is of Levy Hernandez. Actually, he was one of the earliest pickups in the free agent window dito sa MPBL.
The first time that I saw that on social media, I was, oh my goodness, this team is gonna be so good because defensively, walang kaduda-duda, kaya dumipensa, but scoring-wise, they needed that extra guy. Kalisay was good, and even Paeng-Ari, but you add on a shooter that's a floor spacer, such value that you get from Sniper de Mexico.
And has the experience to win in the MPBL.
that's
I think
right.
that is the most vital piece that he is going to add with the Zamboanga team.
Although very early here in the season, you understand, parang medyo laid back, observe everything, but soon as it becomes very competitive, you expect a Sniper de Mexico to be very informative of experiences.
Sumasaya kapag may
Levy Hernandez on your screens there. Already has 2 triples in the ball game. Levy in the season is averaging 12 points, 3 rebounds, and close to an assist per ball game. Pero coach, more than the numbers, talk about what impact Levy can bring to whichever team he is playing for.
One of the premier floor spacers, in my opinion. And when you talk about floor spacers, it's not exclusive to just 3-point shot making. Actually, even the perimeter, nice pass right there by Fortsky over to Josh Lazaro.
College teammates in Fortsky Padrigao and Josh Lazaro. But coach, going back to your point with Levy Hernandez.
Oh yeah, and then, again, kung perimeter ang kailangan mo, you put Levy Hernandez on the pinch post. Diba? Ang daming magagawa niyan. Game winner, no problem. Crunch time, no problem. You've seen him a lot of times be the primary guy that they want to finish and win games with.
Kurt Lactau though, on the other end, is playing terrific for Bacolod. Kurt already has 5 here in the ball game.
Oh, I've seen Kurt Lactau when he was playing for Guangming, and I thought he's got a talent that's gonna surpass. Oh, you're good and you're lucky. Yan ang kinaiba niya kay Levy Hernandez.
Shooters bounce for Levy Hernandez. 17 na ulit ang kalamangan ng Zamboanga.
3 out of 5 so far from 3.
Third steal by Inan Fornilos. Lazaro gets the bump, the basket, the bonus. It's ready to go out with a jam, but can't get it. Pero still, fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
You know, when you meet Josh Lazaro in a hallway, let's say, you'd like to feel he's very unassuming, but he sees that open lane and he's gonna dunk on you.
First, let's turn you over to our courtside, Ms. Daphne.
Ngunit Coach Mike, iba ang sarap ng buhay kapag alam mong pinaghihirapan mo ang isang bagay. And that is the exact mentality Josh Lazaro has, who just graduated BA Management in Economics, minor in Financial Management in Ateneo. Josh shared in his grade school days in San Beda prior becoming a scholar. Every school year was tough to surpass. He knew restraints, acknowledged limitations, and so he became limitless. He had scholarships both in Beda and Ateneo, played in Gilas Youth both in the 16 and 18 under, and Josh is just continuously proving that everything is fulfilling if you earned it and it's not given. Juanito, Coach Mike.
Thank you for that, Daphne. That's a wonderful report. Actually, Coach, mararamdaman mo naman dito kay Josh Lazaro that he really is working hard for every opportunity he is given from high school. And I know you're proud. You just hear the word San Beda at lumalaki agad ang mata ni Coach Mike, and then transferred over to Ateneo where he got a few championships as well. Now, at Coach, hearing that these courses are not easy for Josh Lazaro.
Oh, yeah. Well, the former San Beda Red Cub.
Gotta put that highlight there.
Gotta stick it in there. No, but really, apart from whatever course that you take, it always is a pleasant development that you hear players finishing off their college degree, because basketball definitely is not something that you have forever. At kailangan rin makahanap ka ng mga ibang mga career outside of that. I think even the star players nowadays in the different leagues really get into different stuff, investments, businesses. And you have to have that level of flexibility, especially, us guys, you gotta put up for a family.
Siyempre, extend na rin natin yung congratulations sa pamilya
Oo.
ni Josh Lazaro. Of course, the success is not just for him, it's for the whole family. Pero ngayon, time out muna tayo.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung bayan bigyan buhahan. Todo suportan ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang lugar.
Back in action here at the Olivares College in Parañaque. Juanito Gregorio alongside Coach Mike Perez and Ms. Daphne Cristobal. They go for that Iverson screen. Are, 3, straight line and in for Paeng Are.
And again, like what I mentioned earlier, yung ano talaga yung variability of how Paeng Are can help out. When you move over to the shooting guard position, he definitely can provide that scoring punch.
Now 23-point lead in favor of Zamboanga, scoring this quarter 28-9, plus 19 in favor of Zamboanga. Arthur Calisay will be fouled.
And you're loving this maturity of Arthur Calisay. The previous season, he was pretty much in the shadows of JP Cawilan, Chino Mosqueda, the other guys. But he has definitely come out and proved himself here.
This free throw is brought to you by Extreme, ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. Actually, Coach, from this Adamson days, I've always been a fan of itong si Arthur Calisay. Moves well without the basketball. Was a terrific knockdown shooter. And it's good to see him thriving here in the MPBL.
Yeah, indeed. No? Nakakatuwa yung mga ganyang kwento na still performing, you know, even at the higher levels.
Obi Dalisay, pressured by Arthur Calisay, switched. Now it's Desmond Price, pressured by the newest addition, Robin Ronyo.
That's another defender. And a three-point shooter.
And another leader as well. Calisay to the corner. Ronyo.
Grabe.
Okay, dito. Drop pass to JC Luciano. And that's going to be an easy 2 for JC Luciano.
I just want to say,
MyPay, the digital wallet built for the community.
I just want to say, when it's that, in the many years that Robin Ronyo has played for Quezon, it has almost been automatic na ramdam mo yung yung sistema nandun pa rin sa loob. Kasi kanina he already had a shot but he was looking for another shooter.
I think it's really the discipline. Also played for National University.
Agree.
But I think, you know, Coach, one thing that's going to be different here for Robin Ronyo, it's different when you play for hometown. Yes. Robin Ronyo is a proud native of Zamboanga.
But you know, he is definitely a guy that you'd want to perform. Ito na yung pasang sinasabi ko. I thought he already had a shot but had to find inside right there and quick short action between those two bigs.
Well, that play of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Dalisay is fouled by Paeng. Tried to drive inside, pero naharangan ni Paeng Are.
One of the best three-point shooters for Bacolod in this game is currently on the bench. Talk about goal. And then you're gonna need that floor space.
This is parang ako yung nape-pressure kapag biglang nagbi-blitz etong si John Maharias. Kobe Dalisay uses back to get that 3. Pero grabe yung physicality, no, Coach? Every time this guy all of a sudden doubles or blitz.
Hindi no? Iba.
Buti na lang at retirado na ako dahil naramdaman ko sa mga practice dati yan. Kay isa aking kaibigan na si John Mahari. Calisay on the corner. Short. 2 more seconds. Did JC throw it up? He did not see the clock, but a big second quarter. Coach Mike plus 18 in favor of Zamboanga.
Yeah, and only because, you know, it's been tough for them making shots. And while itong Zamboanga, they're really getting good looks. And the shot attempts of Bacolod have been limited for the most part on the outside.
It's a 22-point lead in favor of Zamboanga Sikat Families Brand Sardines. Magbabalik po ang MPBL.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of effort can he make? And what a steal! That is going to even up the game. 9 in the final minutes of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
You're still watching the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, and for our halftime interview, kasama po natin one of the assistant coaches of Bacolod. We have here Coach Ted Alamaras. Good evening, Coach Ted. Kanina po sa conversation namin ni Coach Renzi, sabi niya sa akin, kailangan nyo na rin ng bagong leader or scorer para sa inyong koponan. And in your perspective, sino po yung pwedeng maging ganun?
Since we lost Ian Melencio, we got Desmond Price. So definitely nag-a-adjust pa sa team. So I think a couple of games pa baka makakapag-recover na kami. Makaka-recover na siya.
And for sure po, really a lot of games and patience na kailangan po, no, para mag-bloom din siya with Bacolod. Baka meron po kayong gustong pasalamatan ngayon or batiin?
Pasalamatan ko yung mga taga Bacolod dyan kung please support us kasi despite na lamang sila ng malaki, we're still in the running. Di pa naman kami tapos. So, we'll try our best sa mga remaining games.
Thank you so much, Coach Ted, and good luck po heading towards the second half. Don't go away. Coming up next ay ang ating second half of the 8th season of the MPBL.
Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat balay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas, at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang pakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan na yumayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat balay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. nandigan ang bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, mahaligang Pilipinas Basketball. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yung mayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang pupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag maalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na, MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na. Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag-3 points na. Bawat bayan kita tatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That player's going to even up the game. Now you get the final piece of the game. Can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Back here in the MPBL, halftime of our second game of our Saturday triple header. Zamboanga is up by 22 points. First quarter was relatively close, 26-22, pero second quarter, Coach Mike talagang umalagwa at tinabakan na tuluyan ng Zamboanga.
And only when they started pushing the pace and being more active on the defensive end. Kaya ang ganda ng field goal shooting percentage nila. More than half of their shots have actually gone in, and a lot of that really is because they've been assisting. No? Maganda yung ball distribution nila. They've been controlling the offensive rebounds, getting 9 more second chance opportunities, and forcing Bacolod into 12 more turnovers, to which almost every time they get a couple of points off it, they got 14 in those 12 turnovers that they forced.
Zamboanga really playing terrific in that second quarter. 32 big points, but it's been an offensive onslaught. 26 in the first, 32 in the second, led by this guy, 12 points in the first quarter. Ian Fornilos, but Hernandez with 9, Lazaro with 9, and Brandon Wilson with 9 as well. Magandang balance para dito sa side ng Zamboanga. On the other end, it's been a few guys that's trying to push and trying to fight. Wahing with 8, Price with 8, Go with 7, and Laktautau with 5, but not a lot of help coming from the bench, Coach Mike.
Yeah, and I felt, other guys that have really stepped up scoring for Bacolod gotta do a little bit more and take care of the ball. That's the thing. You can't turn over the ball and give up so many turnover points for Zamboanga.
Paingari on your screens, it's going to be the same starters on the side of Zamboanga. No natural center, but it makes it a little bit more interesting, Coach Mike.
Tsaka kaya naman yung tipong parang small ball para sa kanila.
Yun lang, low pass din galing dito kay Paingari.
Oh, right. Very quick turnover kagad, panimula.
But Coach, how are you liking this 5 moving forward para sa Zamboanga? This front court of Fornilos and Lazaro. Not your usual bigs, but very versatile and can play that position very well.
Hindi ganun kalaki, pero si Josh Lazaro, you feel because of his athletic ability and very quick to a jump. He's got a good second jump with him. Nagmumukhang malaki itong si Joshua Lazaro. Samantalang si Inan Fornilos, like what you said, might be a little undersized, but inside the paint, once it gets to physicality and bungguan, kayang sumabay.
Lazaro only at about 6'4", and then Fornilos at about 6'2". Pero yung athleticism parang mga plus 5 to 7 inches itong dalawang to.
At saka gusto ko kay Josh, disiplinado. He very rarely gets in an action na, alam mo yun, yung maingay lang, na wala namang efficiencies. But his is, he's a very silent operator inside para dito sa Zamboanga.
Fortsky Padrigao getting the first triple of the quarter. Off the corner for Fortsky. Price hands it off to Marjon. First three is off, but Brandon Wilson will knock it out.
Ramdam mo yung connection ni Fortsky tsaka ni Josh Lazaro. Sama when those two are inside the floor. Alam mo yung konting tinginan lang, alam na kung gagawin.
Coach, may mga ganun, coach, na parang, you've been together for so long, you just know where and when he will go. Parang yung coach, yung high school team namin, we joined this alumni league. Nagbiro ako. I called on one of our high school plays. We got to execute it.
Talaga?
To the last option. Tapos tawa kami ng tawa, coach. Tawa kami ng tawa.
Well, that must have been a memorable play para sa inyo. Para
yes.
execute nyo over the years.
Everybody. The only guy who is still competing is Diego Dario. Shout out, Jex. But all others were just happily retired on their own jobs. But when I called, it's the original Horns coach with a lot more options. Grabe up to the last option. We could still run it.
Grabe.
5-0 to start the third quarter. Once again, it's Inan Fornilos.
Yeah, we talked about it. Physicality underneath, no problem for Inan.
57% in terms of their field goals. 27 ang lamang ng Zamboanga. This corner 3 is brought to you by Extreme Water Protected Speakers. Dive into music with Extreme Speakers.
Definitely a shot make na hinahanap mo para dito kay Fortsky Padrigao. And you were talking about yung mga high school teammates mo getting into, and you mentioned the word competitive. Oh my God, I saw that video by the story of your brother, si Jaggy.
Yes.
1-on-1 with Clint Escamis, or 2-on-2 with Clint. Oh my God, he shoots the ball really well.
Oh yes, of course.
I've seen him in the All-Star, but iba yung nakita ko dun sa 2v2 nila.
He in the skills, pwede si skills, ang mga Huskers, especially in the individual skills, he still joins. And he still challenge, and they don't treat him anything less. Talagang lalaban at lalaban pa rin, Coach. Kaya pa rin.
Tsaka yung handles, yung tira off the dribble, yun yung dun eh.
The kicker.
Oo.
Zone is being played by Bacolod right now. Wilson usually would say that's a dangerous fall, pero yung katawan nito, coach, parang kaya saluhin kahit ano.
Walang problema no? Kaya nung balikan, salubungin yung sahig eh. Kasi nangyari yan dati sa akin, oh my God, nung bata pa ako. Alam mo yung pakaramdam mo yung mukha mo papalapit na ng papalapit doon sa yung reflexes na lang talaga yung nag-save sa'yo.
LGR, the official outfitter of the MPBL. Boss Charles Kimpo and Coach Chito Victolero on your screens.
Who was my idol when I was in Mapua. You know, I came from San Beda, and that was the year that San Beda went up against Mapua in the championships. I think parang 2 years yata yun.
I'm trying to remember if Coach Chito was part of that Manila Metro Stars team
I think, yeah.
back in 98
I think,
or
yes.
97, where my dad was the team manager.
Oh, yeah? Yung
the
pa yung
Manila Metro
nandun si,
Stars.
ano, si
Romela
Romela
Alex-
Ducol, right?
Alex Compton.
Right.
It's Peter Martin, all those guys back in the day. Head coach was Ricky Dandan. Rest in peace, Coach Ricky.
Si Coach Chito noon, if I recall correctly, and he can correct me on this, I first saw him in the inter-college tournament. I think that's when he earned his spot in the Cardinals. And he was with guys, if I recall correctly, parang sila Kevin Ramos yata yun eh. Kasabay niya Kevin Ramos, I was talking to another coach earlier, and Coach Oscar Cabrera. I don't know if you know him, pero grabe yun. Si Oscar Cabrera, he's a big guard of Mapua. He pretty much is, kumbaga, kung oversized big guard, yun na yun eh.
Speaking of Mapua, I think they were able to win yesterday against San Sebastian in the preseason leagues. It's a close one dahil nagkaroon ng comeback itong San Sebastian, led by Coach Rodney Santos. Behind the back pass, it's a turnover. It's going to Levy Hernandez. Sadly, Levy is still sitting on the bench.
Mamaya pagpasok niya, sigurado nagpapainit na ng kamay yan si Levy.
Desmond Price, one-on-one. Stops and pops, can't get it. Rebounded by Ford. Takbo itong si Ford. Reg. Stops, pops, short. Lazaro with the rebound. Post up, one-on-one. Punta siya dito kay Ford. He likes that corner, but it's long. Brandon Wilson, third try is good for Zamboanga.
Alam mo, malakas ang katawan ni Kurt Lactautau, pero nabura siya doon ni Brandon Wilson.
Go with a spin and the float.
He really is moving better with his feet na si Rafael Go.
No look pass to Inan Fornilos. Ang bilis ng aksyon, only 5 seconds needed, and that was a quick basket by Zamboanga.
Ang bilis ng vision ni Joshua Lazaro.
Lead up to 30 now. Desmond Price, one-on-one, gets it. 69-41. Inan now to the other side. Almost a jam for Brandon Wilson. Just could not get enough rhythm.
I'm sure he's gonna want that back one more time.
Tao can't get it. Now it's Brandon Wilson once again. Fortsky stops, pops,
Looks
drops
good, yeah.
for Fortsky, Padrigal.
Imagine if Fortsky came in earlier this season for Zamboanga. That would have lifted a lot of the load of Paeng Are. But you have to remember, in the preseason, nanalo itong Zamboanga against Caloocan. In the preseason.
Every game brought to you by Sports Plus, official sportsbook of the MPBL. That was Josh Lazaro. Push pass going to Inan Fornilos inside.
I think John Mahari is going to join Zamboanga in for Inan Fornilos.
I want to watch an all Zamboanga 5 para dito sa Zamboanga. If you can put in Mahari, Luciano, Ronyo,
Salim. Yeah.
I think there's one more. I'm not seeing who. Nakalimutan ko. And Fortsky.
Fortsky sa homegrown,
Yes.
right? Oh, okay.
From Zamboanga. That's going to be fun. And I'm sure the Zamboanga fans are all going to be proud to watch an all Zamboanga 5. Pero I'm sure they're happy right now. They're up big here in third quarter. Don't miss the newest Turkish drama to hit Philippine screens, Twist of Fate, weeknights at 8 o'clock on Solar Flix. Solar Flix is seen on Sky Channel 16, Signal Channel 21, Cable Link Channel 33, and DDT Channel 21 in Metro Manila.
Dami ng channels ngayon, no?
Madami ang
Cable providers.
yes, madami ang gustong manood.
It is pretty cold here at Olivares College, huh? I'm loving it.
Loving the atmosphere, loving the basketball.
Yes.
We're just loving the MPBL. Corner 3, yan na. Yan na inaantay natin, Coach Mike. Pero mintes kasi kanina yung behind the back pass. Turn over para kay Fortsky.
He was free, siguradong ititira yun ni Levy.
Go.
Travel.
Could be a travel on Raf Go. Better switches on Raf Go. Medyo mas mataas na ang respeto na itong Zamboanga on Raf.
Ano na-recognize na nila na pumupukol sa labas at kayang makascore.
John Mahari swings it to Reg Gabat. I'm going to go to the corner once again, but Mike Are had different plans. Gets the 3 off of the left wing.
So far, a lot of the shots for both these teams have really come from the outside. There's been very little of downhill activity except for fast breaks. No? Pero pag naka-set up yung half court, hindi ganun kadali makapasok. This was another steal and not completed though by Zamboanga. They were trying to run the other way. They had Mike Are. Didn't get it.
Nice one Price. Pressured by Mike Are. Labas sila dito kay Kurt Lactau. Kurt drives baseline, but the long arms of Josh Lazaro forces that turnover.
Yung sundot no? Yung timing ng sundot.
There's a science to it. Reg Gabat on the corner gets another triple. That's 3-pointer number 10. Para dito Zamboanga, 10 out of 24 here in the ball game.
And Reg Gabat, in my opinion, talagang he's gotta go back to his usual self from the previous season. Right now, he's only averaging roughly about 9 points per game, which is very unlike him, no? Nawala yung mga primary scorers mo like Kawilan and the rest of the guys. Kalisa has done his thing, and you'd like to think Gabat's gonna do the same as well.
Well, he's had a good few spurts, Coach Mike, but with the depth of this Zamboanga team, medyo hindi nga the same production na itong si Reg Gabat, especially with the addition of Brandon Wilson and Levy Hernandez.
Ang gusto ko lang sa kanya, maaring hindi niya nakukuha yung mga field goal makes, but he still continues to be very active offensively.
That's
because he is also, a secondary scorer that they look at. Maybe primary you can say Paengare, but he's very close to that, being the secondary guy that can actually score.
Ball returns to...
Tsaka daming weapon itong Zamboanga, no?
Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to player. Visit www.sportsplus.ph.
Nice pass.
Lazaro swing. They go down to John. Layup is good for John Mahari.
I don't think I've ever seen John Mahari with a short hair. Nakita mo na ba siya dati?
I can't remember if short hair siya nung college kami. I can't remember because when I started covering the MPBL, long hair na nga to si John Mahari.
Alam mo, isa rin yan sa mga frustration ko eh.
Mag-long hair.
Oo, yung ganyang kahaba.
Alam
My
mo, Coach,
goodness.
pwede na sana eh. Kaso nagpagupit ka pa kanina eh.
Hindi, wag naman ganun. Too late na eh. Mabagal ng kumbaga mag-regenerate.
Gusto mo bang ako ang makiusap sa asawa mo? Napayagan ka?
Skinhead nga eh. Gusto ko, ayaw eh. Pero totoo yun.
Mainit sa mo, mainit ka mo.
Pero totoo yun. Yung talaga frustration ko. Yung skinhead is the more achievable one, I think.
Reg Gabat, another triple for him.
And he's doing well here in this match, huh?
Then he pressures There's a foul called. Foul is going to be called on Mike Are.
Tsaka ang Zamboanga, if you look at the games that they played, even in situations where they are leading, you know, yung mga tipong pa-blowout na yung game, hindi bumibitaw sa depensa itong mga to.
MANNY, the digital wallet built for the community.
You know, only because, you know, tinutuloy lang nila kung ano yung scheme na sinasabi ni Coach JR sa kanila.
Desmond Price, probably one of the lone bright spots para dito sa Bacolod. Coach has 13 points in the ball game, though he missed a few free throws there, but he is showing up and might be a good talent moving forward for Bacolod.
Nice.
It's a Dave Bernabe going for the roll there.
That's another scorer from CEU.
Desmond Price, 15 in the ball game. Only guy in double figures para sa Bacolod. Can't get the lead is John Mahari. Desmond Price with a basketball. Scoring this quarter plus 14 for Zamboanga. Desmond trying to cut through the middle but defended well by Mike Are.
Kasi pag tinignan mo itong lineup ng Zamboanga talaga, Gabat, Levi Hernandez, Bernabe, Fortsky, scoring is not gonna be a problem.
Ang free throw na ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Extreme, ang subok at kumpletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas.
Which brings to mind, since we were talking about Netflix and that Twist of Fate thing, what are your top 3 basketball films?
Top 3. Very interesting. It's very hard. Coach Carter will always be there, of course.
Yeah.
John Mahari gets the layup right there. Coach Carter will always be one of my favorites. Siguro just for on the entertainment aspect, talagay ko yung High School Musical dyan because it's always gonna be a classic for me. I don't know why. I'm gonna put it there. High School Musical.
Oh my, I can't imagine you singing to that song.
Oh, Coach, I memorized every line.
Oh, yeah?
And I can even dance it. I would not show anyone. That is my secret skill. Secret talent.
Nilalabas lang yan pag diinan na.
What are good movies for some...
You heard of
Love and Basketball is always nice.
Yeah, but
Siyempre, Space Jam, nandiyan din yan.
No, but have you heard of Who Cheers?
Of course.
Oh, yeah,
of course.
That to me is the #1
But I
basketball.
can't remember the exact details because the last time I watched it was in grade school. So baka pwede.
you have to
Magandang
watch.
pagkakataon ulit. Panoorin yan.
You have to watch it again. Coach Norman Dale. This is played by Gene Hackman. That is to me the most... that's the best basketball film ever.
Right now, talking about best, this is the best quarter by Zamboanga. They won it by 19 points, 34 points para dito sa Zamboanga here in the third quarter. And this has been a blowout. The lead is already up to 41. And we still have a fourth quarter among us.
Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
White House steps back into the game. What kind of effort can he make? And what a steal! That man's gonna even out the game. The game, can they make magic? White House wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Back here in the MPBL, Juanito Gregorio alongside Coach Mike Perez and Miss Daphne Cristobal. Zamboanga up big here, up by 41. Fast break is good. 4 points already for Dave Bernabe.
Yeah, I wanted more lift on that dunk. No question. Kayang-kayang sumalpak niyan ni Bernabe.
Marjon Wahing trying to bump. Gets the basket. And one. Etong si Marjon Wahing.
Ang dami nang gumagawa niyan ngayon. Yung mga rejecting the ball screen. Well, it's been there for a good 2-3 years already, but now it's more prevalent. You know, rejecting ball screens, rejecting staggers, only because hindi handa yung depensa, and that was a good move by Wahing.
Wahing completes a 3-point play. Let's see if defense can be slightly better for Bacolod. The quarter scoring for Zamboanga, 26 in the first, 32 in the second, and even rising in the third with 34 points etong Zamboanga.
Well, last chance to try and steal this one from Zamboanga, but got to score in bunches. Laki nito. No, that's 43 points already of a lead.
Double-double now for Fortski Padrigao, 11 points and 11 assists in the ball game. Marjon goes to his teammate. They want to go down low. Dalisa uses the screen. Can't see his teammate. It's not going to be a turnover there. Babalik ang bola para sa Bacolod with still 3 remaining. Can't find a friend. Bigay ko to Marjon. Challenge. Goes up. Hits the ring, but it won't go. Rebounded by Puray.
Jason right now on the floor na pala.
Puray. Able to go to no one. Felt that he was fouled, pero turnover to para kay Jason Puray.
Feeling ko pang nagpahaba ako ng buhok, ganyan ang buhok ko. Jason Puray.
Bagay, coach. Bagay.
Wag me. Hindi lang nga.
Puray challenging Kobe Dalisay. What a spin by Dalisay. Short. Rebounded by Puray. Tapos si Fortski.
Nice.
Inan. Extra pass to Otep. Good dive coming from Otep.
Otep Gabayni, nakausap rin namin yan sa barko ng pabalik. And we were talking about, kasi doon ko lang nalaman na taga Rizal pala ito si Otep Gabayni. And we were talking about yung mga players na magagaling sa lugar nila. And I was really surprised. I thought all the while, somewhere in Batangas ito si Otep. Taga Rizal pala ito.
Fortski snaking, floating, scoring. The onslaught continues para dito sa Zamboanga. Scoring is not stopping, 101-54. Malaki ang kalamangan ng Zamboanga sikat. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. We're still live here at the Olivares College in Parañaque City. Juanito Gregorio at your service alongside Coach Mike Perez and Miss Daphne Cristobal.
Weekend family day, basketball with mom.
Tapos mamaya meron pa tayong Imos versus Manila.
Yeah.
Still here in Olivares.
Gotta make this opportunity to execute itong Bacolod. It is going to be tough for them to come back and win this. There is almost a very low probability that they'll get past this, especially with the rate that they've been defended by Zamboanga.
Steal the game brought to you by Extreme Boom 3 waterproof speaker, unstoppable sound, ultimate power. Portsky Padrigao using the crisp ball tactic in going for steals. Have you seen that video, Coach Mike?
Which one?
The crisp ball tactic in terms of that fake handoff tapos babalikan niya sa likod. I have to send you that video.
Send me that.
I have to send you that video.
Send me that. You know what other video I have to send you? Well, we were in Mindoro. Boy, Coach Zaldi Realudid.
Singing?
He knows how to sing. Oh my goodness.
Di lang knows. Coach Mike, nakita ko sa Facebook yan.
Iba eh, di ba?
John Mahari gets another basket there. Another assist for Portsky Padrigao. Pero iba, Coach Mike.
Tsaka yung hagod sa gitara, Mike. Ang gaan nung kamay eh.
Alam mo, nung bumalik ako sa MPBL, Coach Mike, and then I think there was one day that they saw Sir Saldi, extreme ang subok at kompletong appliances brand ng Pilipinas. There was one guy that messaged that, andyan pala si Sir Saldi. Pasample ka naman. So, I was confused because I knew him as a basketball player, as one of our officials dito sa MPBL. So, I got curious. I searched on Facebook and he does have covers. Etong si Sir Saldi. And these are good covers sa Facebook. Magugulat ka. And tama ka, Coach Mike, yung talento ni Sir Saldi talagang pang ano.
Oo.
Magugulat ka.
Tsaka na-educate ako sa mga kanta doon, lalo na sa mga binigay na suggestion ni Direk Freddy. Oh my, ano nga bang kanta yun? Yung Four Strong Winds, is it? So, when Direk Freddy, kasi pwede ka mag-request kay Coach Aldi. Pwede ba yung Four Strong Winds, sabi ni Direk Freddy. Sabi ko, what is Four Strong Winds? Oh my God, when he sang it, sabi ko, yung pala yung kanta na yun, doon ko lang nalaman. Yun yung mga moment na na-educate ka. Na kinakanta ko lang dati sa bus papunta sa Mapuan nung ako'y nag-aaral pa. Oh. Coach Juanitz just showed me an AI-generated picture of me having a long hair.
Sorry po kung natahimik ako ng saglit.
It did look like...
Diba? Pwede na kayo magkamag-anak ni Jason Puray.
Pwede. Why not? Teka muna, tatahimik din ako Picture nga.
Luciano to Puray.
But really, isa yan sa mga what-ifs ko eh. What if nagpahaba ako ng buhok?
Portsky not done. Straight line but long. Rebounded by Rafgo. 5 minutes and 30 remaining. Desmond Price, the leading scorer in terms of Bacolod, has 17 in the ballgame. One more time for Desmond Price. Just some good signs for Bacolod is Desmond Price.
Oh, yes. And if only they'll have, closer games. Because Desmond, I'm sure, want to get a win on his swing here to Bacolod. Strong drive by Wahing. That one goes in.
Bacolod actually winning this quarter by a few points. And a better quarter for them. Timeout muna tayo dito, 103-67. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Marjon Wahing goes strong and gets the lay. This quarter, Bacolod is actually winning by 5 points, 16-11.
Pero mahaba-haba yung aabuli nila. 4 strong wins. Oh my goodness. In my entire life, that was the only night that I realized yung pala yung kanta na yun.
Ang gusto kong makita actually yung sinasabi nilang malaking gitara. nito ni Sir Saldi. Another jumper by Mike Are.
Hindi pa ba yun yung dala niya nun?
Yun nga eh. Hindi ko nga nakita gaano kalaki.
Pero ang galing niya. Ang kwento niya, sabi niya, when I think it was in his college days, he said na meron silang mga nilalaroan nun na mga, alam mo yung mga dayo-dayo series. Tapos, they stay in a place, parang there was a food establishment. Sabi niya, sige ako na lang kakanta dyan sa mo, bayaran mo na lang ako ng food. Parang yun yung sinabi ni Coach Saldi. And dun, nagulat yung may-ari na ang galing kumanta ni Coach Saldi.
Hindi ka lang either MPBL official,
alam mo,
center, or performer.
ang hirap paniwalaan na may ganung, alam mo yung paghagod dun sa gitara. And I was right there front and center when he was doing that thing on the guitar. When my teenage years, I tried to play the piano.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I got tutored by a piano teacher. And every time I went there, tigas ng kamay ko, pinapalo yung kamay ko ng stick. Promise, pinapalo ng teacher ko sa piano. Tapos, parang it was my 5th week already. My 3rd week. Hey, there.
Oh, there you go. Coach Mike, why not, Coach?
Oh my God.
Isa pa. Oh,
I love
di ba? Pwede.
Pwede nga
Why
naman.
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Babad pa natin direct. ang alam mo mahirap nito, si Ken. Si Ken, di ba, sabi nga ni Coach Christian kahapon di ba, Ken Einstein, di ba?
Oh.
Grabe, hindi makakalimutan ni Ken yan, mambira.
Sinend ko na sa kanya para meron siyang
No, but going back to that piano story, so pinapahalo ka lagi yung kamay ko. On the 5th day that I was there, sabi niya sa akin, may basketball court kasi sa labas ng bahay nung tapat mismo, yun yung bahay nung nagtuturo ng piano sa akin. And after my piano, I would play basketball. And so on the 5th day when I went in there, tapos matigas pa rin yung kamay ko, pinalo niya. Sabi niya, kailangan mong mamili. Piano or basketball?
Yun ang magandang choice mo doon, Coach.
Oo, syempre. Hindi ako nag-piano.
Magandang choice mo doon.
Ba't naman ako magpa-piano? Wala naman akong aspiration maging pianista.
Iba sanang ina-analyze mo ngayon yung mga pieces sana ng mga classical music.
Kasi kung tinuloy ko yun, baka alam mo yun, yung sa tawag ba nila yun, yung fingerprint sa NBA. Piano tawag nila doon, di ba? Baka doon ako masanay di ba?
Well, we are blessed to have a short-haired Coach Mike here in Parañaque.
And I have friends working there in the NBI, but parang malayo sa basketball. Yun ang pinapoint out ko. May ibang mundo.
This was meant for you. Jetro Ting, muscle on muscle against JC Luciano. Nag-react ang buong bench ng Zamboanga.
Nagustuhan yung depensa ni Luciano. Si Luciano, naalala ko dito, in a game that we covered in Pangasinan, he was against the Quezon that game. He was shooting very well from the field. Kaya nagulat kami. I think it was us with Ken that time.
Well, just a quick story about JC Luciano. I think he was second year college where I got to work with him.
Really?
In terms of skills, a few AYAC boys. Shout out to the AYAC boys I got to work with. Edric Estacio, former Valenzuela player as well. So I got to work with them. To si JC Luciano, very soft-spoken, but when you put him to work, as he is getting that spin and drop step right there, very soft-spoken, pero pag nagtrabaho to, Coach Mike, talagang all-in work itong si JC Luciano. He's a coach's dream. He follows what you need from him. You just tell him, okay, rebound, you shoot, this is what you're gonna do. Talagang follower, Coach Mike, and just a great guy and a great talent itong si JC Luciano.
Hindi naman ako nagugulat dun sa soft-spoken. Mukha naman ganun nga siya. The many times na nakasalubong ko yan, and even the games that we cover, he really is a very silent operator. Puray in the corner, making our long-hair day talk.
Yes, see that hair? Grabe yung kuha ng ating cameraman doon. The waviness and the color talagang makakuha ng mga ex-deal yan sa mga salon.
Oo nga. I have to tell Jason about this story.
Here once again, that swing pass, that corner, sets his feet, gets the three, and his long hair in John Mahari is the proudest on the bench.
Pero nung kino-cover ko to si Jason Puray, I don't recall if of having long hair when he was playing for CEU. Not unless, you know, my memory fails me. Unlike si Ken, talagang iba ang memory. No?
Dapat hindi Ken Einstein yan eh.
Ano?
Einstein.
Pwede.
All in one. 111.75. Bacolod, best quarter for them in terms of scoring. Already 25 points for Bacolod here in the quarter. Puray one more time. Can't get back to back. Takbo ang Bacolod. Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Jetro Ting on the drive, stolen by Mike Are. 2-on-1. Robin Ronyo, binalik kay Mike. Layup is good for Mike Are.
Well, the biggest loss margin that they've had was 51 against Bataan. Oh, it's 52 against Quezon.
Mike continues to pound 4 straight points for Mike Are.
It's a 50-point game.
Are already with 11 points and 7 assists in the ball game. 3-pointer is good.
This might be the most points scored in the game para dito sa Zamboanga. A lot of their games have been really about the 80-85 points per game.
Bernabe really loves that close to the basket game with that athleticism and that length. 6 points in total for Bernabe.
Making the most of the minutes given.
Lim tried to attack Mike Are, but very good defender. Thing, one dribble in, gets the jumper is a Jetro Thing.
So with this win, I think Zamboanga is parang 4 wins behind the spot number 4-7.
Ronyo on the middle. In and out for Robin. Puray with a rebound. I think they're going to hold on to the basketball here. Good win for Zamboanga, Coach Mike. What are a few good things that you saw here, especially moving forward to the season?
Ronyo is the only guy who has not scored in this game for Zamboanga.
Robin Ronyo, the only guy, but from Zamboanga, played terrific. Coach Mike, complete ball game for Zamboanga. Everybody chipping in, everybody getting some minutes inside the court. But our player of the game is
Inan Fornilos. Yeah, that hot start really got them on the right path. 18 points, 8 of 10. Perfect from the line. Got 7 rebounds, 5 of them being offensive. And 3 steals.
Player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Started everything strong in the first quarter. Etong si Inan Fornilos is able to power through and stay consistent. It's the lead guy in terms of getting the win. 18 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals as well for Inan Fornilos. Guy that just continues to put on the work. Played for Marikina. Was in the lineup of Quezon last year but never got to play in a single game. But this year, he's playing well for Zamboanga. Ngayon, kasama niya ang ating courtside, Ms. Daphne Cristobal.
Thank you so much, Juanito. Inan, on this team, alam naman natin ang ganda ng ipinakita ng inyong kapunan. And of course, with your teammates celebrating this Best Player of the Game award with you. Pero syempre, in the past 2 games muna, mag-quick recap din tayo. Of course, heartbreakers yung nangyari sa inyo. And paano yung nagbibigay sa inyo ng gana this time para bumawi?
Siyempre, naging patient lang kami kasi siyempre sila coach. Given rin na kakarating lang rin nila sa team. Like, maybe a few games ago. So ngayon, yung system nila, pinapractice pa lang namin. Nag-a-adapt pa lang kami sa mga tinuturo nila. So parang naging patient lang kami along the way na, sige, sa ngayon matatalo kami. Pero alam namin na may goal kami. Mas focus kami doon sa goal namin na gusto marating.
Ganda ng patience na yun na slowly, mas magje-gel din kayo all together. But of course, in your next game, ang makakalaban nyo naman ay Basilan. Also a veteran team. Paano nyo naman paghahandaan yun?
Siyempre, same lang. Same mindset lang. Yun nga yung sinabi rin nila coach na mas mag-focus kami sa mindset kahit sino pa yung kalaban namin. Wala kaming iti-treat na special na team. Kung ano yung parang pinapractice namin, yun lang i-adapt namin sa game.
Meron kang gusto pa salamatan ngayon? Go ahead.
Siyempre, yung mga supporters namin, yung mga bosses namin, especially si Congresswoman Kat Chua, Family Brand Sardines, siyempre si Sir Jubentay, and siyempre yung family ko, yung friends ko, yun lang naman.
Thank you so much, Keenan, and congratulations once again for leading Zamboanga in this bounce-back victory. Our best player of the game is brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Juanito and Coach Mike.
Thank you for that, Daphne, and congratulations, Eden Cornelius and the rest of Zamboanga. Up next, Manila versus Imus. Magbabalik pa po ang Maharlika Pinas Basketball League.
Yan ang liga